We're here today at the studio of Gyuri Hollosy, and we'd like to talk about a sculpture that he's been working on. Gyuri is a great friend of the artist Isaac Witkin, who passed away, and was asked to commemorate him in a likeness. And this is the sculpture we're in front of today. Gyuri, would you like to talk a little bit about Isaac?
Yes. I did Isaac originally a 10-foot piece, and with this particular portrait here. And so the venue had changed for it to go into a library, which will be dedicated over at the Educational Center. This piece here, in terms of modeling Isaac, I wanted to kind of get the feel of what Isaac was. The artist, the kind of humanness, the sensuality of the man in terms of his vision, his artistry, also his kind of personal character of, he never looked you straight. He always had a little bit of angleness to it, and, tilting, and was sort of like trying to evaluate who you are and what you're, so he had this very unique personality about him. I did, after I made this presentation here, the Sculpture Foundation had accepted my proposal and did it in bronze, which I can show you as to where we are with the
Can we
bronze.
take a look at the bronze?
Yes.
All right, Gyuri, this is the actual piece in bronze that you cast.
A bronze piece, and the way I'm making this particular piece is that I'm doing each of these sections individually and then bolting them together. Eventually these will be welded rods, but you'll be able to see the bolting from the inside and on. This is how I do my technical things, usually with my general overlapping of my figures. That's a style that I work. So this is as close as I can kind of come to the style at the same time, being different from other portraiture. The other thing is that I tend to do differently is that, oops, if I can get in here, is I place in, do the eyes individually. And this way I can, work it out in terms of how that position comes in, because again, as to where the position of the library is, it'll be on top of a bookshelf area. I'll need to, work it out so that, be able to place it in such a way so that when you walk in, Isaac will be looking at you, making sure that you're paying for that book. Okay, the newer pieces that I'm working with is basically dancing intertwined figures that have multi-positional capabilities. And so a sculpture, which normally would maybe, say, in this particular position, and the fact that I consider all avenues, can change their forms and their shapes, and thus recreate the entire movement. So sometimes I would feel like they're in water, or they may be in air. Again, this feels very much like water. They're sort of swimming, coming through. Constantly redefining the relationships between each other as to what goes on with these works.
All right, Gyuri, how about your portrait work? It looks like you have some figures here.
I do a lot of portraiture as well as I teach here at the grounds. Through the grounds, as well as independent portraiture, and doing different things. In this particular case, this is one of our staff people, Carrie, whose portrait I'm actually setting it up for a larger commission that may happen, which we're still in the process of working it out. And then, of course, in this particular case, this is like she would be married. This is like a 24-foot size sculpture to the young boy over there, who would become Jesus at that point.